Today I want to give you a city located right outside of Detroit that's been ranked top 10 in the nation for first-time home buyers for 2022. That city is Ferndale, Michigan. And I'll be giving you some pros and cons for living and moving to Ferndale as I place many homeowners in there just this past year. And make sure you stay to the end because you won't want to miss the last picks. What's going on? I'm Ed Butler with Brookstone Realtors, and I make videos just like this one about what it's like to live, work, eat, sleep, and play in Detroit and the metropolitan areas. I'm also a full-time realtor, and if you ever thought about moving to the state of Michigan or moving within the state of Michigan, feel free to reach out to me. All my information is down below. I love to sit down, have a chat with you, video conference, whatever works for you. I'm your guy. Let me have your back on your home buying or selling journey. And with that, let's hop into the video. So Realtor.com put this list together, and Ferndale was ranked number 9 in the entire country for first-time home buyers being able to snag a home here. A lot of it was due to home affordability and the likelihood that you would probably want to live there. So that brings me to my first pro, which is going to be growing home values. So the average home in Ferndale is going to be right around $220,000. This is up 14.5% year over year. And in the last 5 years, that's grown 61%, which is huge. So if you're a first-time home buyer looking to get in at an entry price point somewhere around that $200,000 mark and looking to, maybe sell and move up in home in a few years, Ferndale is definitely a top pick to be able to do so. And another major draw for first-time home buyers or the 20 to 30 age range is going to be the vibrant downtown, which is my number 2 pro on this list. Ferndale's downtown area is just awesome. There's so much to do. It's located on 9 Mile and Woodward. That's the intersection that houses the majority of all these restaurants and bars and all types of different things. It's something for everybody, from your local neighborhood dive bar, breweries, wineries, whatever you're looking for. You can have a good time on a Friday, Saturday night in Ferndale. Also, it's just a short drive straight up Woodward to other vibrant cities like Royal Oak. So Ferndale, it's an all sunshine and rainbows. So that brings me to my first con, and that's gonna be the packed downtown on the weekends. So along with being a pro of having a bustling downtown, a con is also having a bustling downtown. So even though you're a Ferndale resident, you won't get any preferential treatment on being able to find parking to access any of these amenities. So your best bet is to be able to Uber, Lyft, or walk if you're so lucky to be, located somewhere in walking distance of downtown, because there's like almost no parking down there, and you have to drive around for a while or have to pay for parking in some type of area. So now this is a great place for homeowners and first-time homeowners alike. But there is a con that comes along with purchasing in Ferndale, and that's going to be the taxes. The taxes are pretty high in Ferndale. They're actually higher than the median average for Michigan and for the United States as a whole. The median tax bill in Ferndale is going to be $3,718. To give you some perspective, the average or median property tax bill in the United States is going to be $2,700, and in Michigan is right around $2,400. So it's a little bit steeper in Ferndale. So you got a little bit lower prices, but you see that that tax bill is going to hit you a little bit every year. But along with the taxes, what you're paying for is really solid school system, the parks. Usually in communities that are a little bit smaller in size, so less residents to be able to share that tax burden, you have a little bit higher of a tax rate. Now jumping on back to the pro side, so one of my favorite pros as a realtor in Ferndale is the diversity of housing and the uniqueness of houses that are found in this city. So you'll be able to find a lot of bungalow style homes, which is going to be normally a 3-bedroom bungalow, has 2 rooms on the bottom and then 1 larger room up top. So that style of home. And then one of my favorites is the 1920s Craftsman. Now you can find these, but they're pretty rare, and Ferndale has a really good saturation of them. So if you're looking to have a buyer that wants that kind of old school look of the Craftsman style home with that big beautiful porch out front, Ferndale's a good place to start looking. I actually sold one of these this summer and it was a beautiful home. So if uniqueness and character is kind of your thing on the exterior of your home, Ferndale might be a place for you to look. My next pro for Ferndale is gonna have to be the location. So the location of Ferndale is really awesome, especially for a person like me that loves the city of Detroit, but still also loves a little bit of a good suburb too. So the city of Ferndale is located bordering Detroit. So just past 8 Mile, you're gonna have Ferndale, and then you're gonna take that up to 9 Mile, which is really the heart of the action. But it also borders really awesome cities like Pleasant Ridge, Huntington Woods, and then a little bit further is his big brother, Royal Oak. Royal Oak, if you don't know, is one of the most popular places in all of Metro Detroit, and Ferndale is right behind it. So some people are looking for that Royal Oak type of feel, but not necessarily want to pay the full Royal Oak price. Ferndale is an amazing place to start looking, and you can definitely have some of those same amenities that Royal Oak offers. And then also, if you want to get anywhere in the city pretty fast, Royal Oak is right there. So you can either go south on Woodward and get to 8 Mile and then take it east to west, or you can go straight up Woodward and run right into 696, and then they'll take you east to west throughout the entire city of Detroit, and you'll be able to get anywhere pretty fast. So my next con is gonna be a moderate one that probably everybody has to deal with, but it's definitely something that was called out to me from, one of my past clients that wanted to talk about, their experience living in Ferndale. And it was that she said because of the transit nature of, Woodward Street, so many people come down it that sometimes you get a little spillover from non-Ferndale residents of, like petty crimes and things like that popping up along the crime map or your neighborhood ring gap or whatever. And so that happens pretty often because of just so much traffic and activity of people from all over wanting to come partake in the great city of Ferndale. Ferndale is a really solid city and has a very active police force and community there too. So Ferndale has a very active, vibrant community, as I mentioned before, and that extends to its residents. So there's gonna be a lot of people that have very strong opinions about different things, and it all depends on what side of the aisle you fall on about that to know how much you'll get along or how much you'll be able to express or want to express your opinion in this area. If you become a Ferndale resident, you'll be able to see some of this on the fabulous Ferndale forum on Facebook that you have to apply to be a member for on Facebook. It has about almost 10,000 active members in the group. So it's a very tight-knit community that has a lot to offer, but has lots of opinions as well. All right, and if at this point you're still watching, if you're getting any type of value out of the video, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button for me. It goes a long way for the YouTube algorithm. It helps me making more content just like this one. Last but not least is gonna be my pro of Ferndale for having a vibrant community, just like I mentioned as a con. This is also an asset. This community is so diverse and it's so kind of close and tight knit that you'll probably end up knowing a lot of your neighbors. You're gonna be able to see people walking down the street, walking their dogs, pushing their strollers with their kids, or taking the sled out in the snow, or taking the wagon all up to the mini parks in the area. Also, it's one of the most inclusive communities in all of Metro Detroit, being very inclusive with the LGBTQ plus community. Then you'll also see a lot of different yard signs of support for their special initiative that the homeowner believes in. And you'll see them ranging all over, and they're always usually pretty good initiatives that you want to be proud to live next door to a neighbor that has these type of thoughts. I don't want to put a label on anything, but if you're a Californian or you're someone from a more liberal area, then Ferndale might be a really good spot for you. All right, and for my last con, leaving off on a kind of a note that I go back and forth, it's going to be the age of homes. So the average age of the homes in Ferndale is about 72 years old. So if you're looking for a brand new construction home, they're going to be few and far in between in this area. So you're going to lean a lot more on that old world charm of those, Victorian and Craftsman style homes that I mentioned about before, because the average age in this home is pretty up there. Just on average, the average age of home in the United States is 42 years, and in Michigan is 48 years. get your hard hat and rulers and hammers ready, because you'll probably be doing a little bit of tinkering with the house to bring it up to your modern standard. Or you can find one with the modern standards, you're probably going to pay a little bit more than the median or average price for it. But overall, I believe Ferndale is a really great place to live. I love helping clients move to the city and showing, different homes in this area because they're really cool. It's a really cool neighborhood. Overall, I see how Ferndale can end up on the top 10 list in the United States, and I'm proud of the city for it because it's a really great place, and I love helping families move in and move out because they're usually pretty cool people if they have lived in or want to live in Ferndale. If you want to see more videos just like this one, make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap that little bell so you don't miss any of the videos I put out. I'll be making more content every week, giving you a feel of what it's like to live in these different cities, and you don't want to miss them. And with that said, I'll catch you on the next one.